Sekur is a secure way to send messages, email, other platforms, particularly for businesses and also individuals. With me is the CEO, Alain Ghiai, to talk about, Alain, every week we talk and there's a new phishing or a hacking attempt, and this week is no different. So what are you seeing this week?
Well, you're right. Every week is a new phishing and hacking. And now that back to school is kind of over and businesses are back on track, I just got 2 hours ago from an attorney who actually sent me on WhatsApp, mind you, sent me something that said, did you receive an invoice that says, you know, you owe us this and the new wire transfer info is here, meaning new wire transfer information. I said, no. Then he said, well, one of my customers got it from blah, blah, blah.com, their website. And essentially, the hackers changed the domain, something that's an S, it sounds like Z or Z, sorry, for us in America, Z. And basically, it's an easy mistake to make, right? You would get this and like, oh, I need to change the wire. So next time you get an invoice from your service provider, an accountant, a lawyer, you know, a supplier, now you will wire that money to these hackers. This is classic. I mean, I was sitting down with our auditors having lunch, who also talked to me about other issues their clients are having. So it's just rampant, right? So that's why we try to protect with our secure and features.
And I just saw a new one today, that it's a fake Venmo money. Like someone's trying to give you money on Venmo and it's a fake, and they, you know, you click on it and it downloads malware or whatever. So, I mean, are we getting any better at recognizing these, do you think?
You know, there was a BBC segment my wife was telling me, because we do watch a lot of that, and it says that the economy is geared for the lazy. And Venmo is one of those things. When I was in New York, I had an Uber, and I think I wanted to book him again. I said, I only pay with Uber credit card. He said, no, but I can do Venmo. You know, sometimes if you have a good driver, you want to book them separately again. And, you know, I installed the thing and I'm like, I'm deinstalling it. You know that they're going to use big tech. They're going to sell your emails galore. They use AWS like everybody else, and they will get hacked. And sure enough, they are being hacked. And it's not so much that because they use AWS or something, is that all the emails that we use from big tech are being resold all the time. And there's no good security on it. So we need to really be proactive and think and use our critical thinking. Just like when you receive an email, you need to check the domain where it came from and so forth, because machines can do so much. As a matter of fact, on our secure messenger here, I had a shareholder who just thanked me for the answer. He said, how can Sekur prevent email phishing and malicious software and so forth being attached to it? I gave him the answer, because we have filters, we have technology that does it. Even having all of that, you still need to be, I did say, we still recommend people to double check their email. There's no two ways about it. You can try to get some better technology like what we have, or use Secure Send, Secure Reply, which is a closed loop system, so the emails don't go in the open web. And that way the hackers don't even know that you're sending an email back and forth with your partners, supplier, lawyers, etc. And businesses, I mean, there's millions of dollars at stake when you get hacked. IBM has a study that updated the damage now to $9 million every time a business is hacked, and they can't afford that, and they can't afford the multiple millions of dollars of IT department and budget, right? They just can afford barely their $200 a month for services, and that's it. So we feel for them. In fact, we're launching small business services, and we can see there'll be a big demand for that.
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine small businesses are, targeted, just like everybody. I'm targeted.
Everybody. Yeah.
Another thing I've gotten a lot of is, there's a message for you on this voicemail. Click this voicemail. So I'm like, I'm pretty sure somebody didn't send me an email and there's a voice message for me. So it is kind of, you just learn after time what looks weird, what looks suspicious, what not to click on, because that's really how most of these companies infiltrate is through email.
That's it. And email is 94% of all the hacks. In fact, somebody else was telling me, another shareholder, actually, I got a lot of shareholders who have funny stories. Not funny actually, but unfortunate, but definitely examples of why they got into Sekur as a product and as an investment as well, obviously. One of them had a company, it's a printing company. They got hacked. It took them 2 years to recover data that they had to ask each of their customers, reconstitute the data essentially. And all of the hack came because of email leaks. So, you know, we underestimate that because we only think it has to do with the back end. But what they do, just like this lawyer whose client was hacked, they were monitoring that client. They knew that that client does business with that lawyer, and that lawyer's domain name was changed. It's not like the lawyer was hacked. They changed the domain name that looks like the lawyer's name. So when the client got an invoice and said, this is our new wire info, now in the future, the legitimate invoices will be paid to the hackers. Yeah. It's just unreal. We have to really think hard and use tools that can prevent as much as possible that sort of thing. And now September is back. It's going to be full swing in business. Summer's over. Activity is increasing.
Yeah. Well, and you've talked about how the election is in the U.S. one of those things that a lot of people are going to be sending. They know people are emotionally involved, and they might be sending emails, click on this to see this candidate or whatever.
That's
so
it.
We have to really be aware of that.
Yes, you have to be very aware of it. You have to be very careful, and you have to think before you react.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Alain, for always good advice, and we all need to listen more to it.
Thank you. See you next week.
Thanks.